This video is going to show you how we use escape codes. An escape code is a command that we can put into any output line, and it tells the computer to do something different. So what we're already familiar with is I could say system.out.println, this is a test. So if I run this program, it prints out this is a test. Pretty straightforward. Now let's imagine that I wanted to put this is a test inside quotations. The challenge is that Java, remember, it looks for specific words, and when it reads each line of code, it reads every character, and then each character tells it to do something. So it reads system.out.println, and it knows that it's expecting a bracket, and anything inside quotations it will print to the screen. So if I put another quote here, thinking that this will print those quotes, Java is going to get confused because it's going to see another quote, and then quotes mean something very specific inside of here. So notice if I run this now, I get some errors. And it says it ran, but that's because it just accounts for errors. So it says semicolon expected. So it gets confused with our errors here. So what we use an escape code. An escape code in Java is initiated using a backslash. So if I put a backslash inside my quotations, and the computer's reading that, it says stop what I'm doing, and then the next character do something special. So if I put a backslash in front of the quotation here and a backslash in front of the quotation at the end, what the computer will do will read this and say system.out.println, and then it has this quotation at the front. It says anything within these quotations is going to print a screen, and then it sees a backslash. So it stops, and then it says whatever the next character is, you're going to do something special based on what that character is. So in our case, the next character is a quote, and so the computer knows not to interpret this quote as it would for outputting something to screen, but to actually print that quote to the screen. And then prints out the quote, this is a test, escape code, quote. And so now when we run this, notice now this is a test and is placed inside quotes. There are 5 escape codes that we're concerned with in this course. The next escape code, if I paste this line here, is I can use an escape code to also output single quotes, which again have a very specific meaning in Java. So if I run this again, I get this is a test with double quotes, and then this is a test with single quotes. Well, inevitably the question comes, well, what happens if I want to print out a backslash to the screen? Since backslash is our special escape code character, how do I print a backslash? To print a backslash to the screen, we simply use the same escape code. So I'm going to write something new in here. I'm going to say, this is a backslash. Notice if I just put a backslash like this and I try and run this, I'm going to get 3 errors. So we go back to build output, and it says unclosed literal string. So what that means is that when the computer reads this last line, it sees quote, anything inside the quotes I'll print to screen, this is a backslash, and then it sees an escape code, and then sees a quote. So the computer is confused now because escape code followed by a quote means print this quote to screen, but I haven't actually closed the literal. So I haven't closed this first bracket. So if I want to print a backslash to the screen, I simply do backslash, backslash. Escape code means stop, we're going to do something special. The next character is a backslash, and it knows that means print out a backslash. This is a backslash. The last 2 escape codes are a little different because they're not something we see, but it's something we tell the computer to do. A backslash T inserts a tab. So that will insert a fixed space to the screen. If we run this, notice we get this is a test. Finally, a backslash n. Notice the backslash n puts a new line each time.